We've been talking about the shopping annuity. We've been talking about being a product of the product. And being a product of the product is the shopping annuity. The more products, the more shopping, the more you sell. However, we got to have some fun. We got to tap into some new things. We got to make things happen. Because if we just shop without taking action and always wait for somebody to say, "What's that?" then you might be waiting too long if you don't like people. And they don't come to your house. So what we got to do, we've got to keep it rolling. We got to make it right. We got to tell somebody something exciting. Why? Why? For the simple reason, MarketAmericaShop.com is a retail-driven company. And you have to remember that. It is the meatball on the spaghetti. It's the jelly on with the peanut butter, okay? When you put it all together, you got a great, great sandwich. Now, if we're a retail-driven company with the shopping annuity, we want to go ahead and get a base 10, 7 strong going. At least 10 customers generating 400, 500 BV, making it sweet, and then attracting people through the product and the closing of the shopping annuity, great things can happen. From there, we always start with the Market America branded products. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? There are some things we have to relate to. And the first thing that we talked about last year was we wanted to talk about these millennials. And about 30 of you worked with us and identified things that you really wanted. You wanted things that were for millennials, that were mobile, that were affordable, that would support our lifestyle, would give us a return, wanting to be a part of something. But then again, we couldn't forget about our Gen Xers, who, by the way, that's a pretty big margin. We're sitting pretty well with about 64 million Gen Xers. Nice market, right? But then again, how about the boomers? I mean, think about it. The boomers, 75 million, but over $1 trillion in spending power. They can afford something good. What do they want? But you know who the biggest market is in the future is going to be? It's going to be the Gen Zs, the 2 to 21-year-olds that are coming up. And we got to prepare for that because we at MarketAmericaShop.com adopt to the generations to come because we can create a legacy. And so one of the nicest things that we want to talk about today is how do we penetrate each of these markets so no matter where you are in your business, you can make it happen. We have 7 podiums up here, 7 new impact products. I have to tell you something. So, you know, people say to me, "Well, Dennis, what do you want?" Well, the first thing I'm going to tell you, you want new customers. Agreed? Agreed? We also want to do what? Build share of customer. That's one-to-one marketing, remember? Of course, we like to retail to recruit, and then finally, we have to recruit to retail. Products are the glue that holds the MPCP together. It feeds the MPCP on that regeneration of volume that's so important, but I gotta get you excited. So I gotta tell you what, Marty Weissman and his team, I gotta tell you right now, Marty, would you stand up because you deserve a hand. Stand up, buddy, come on, you can do it. Stand up, come on. This man right here is awesome. I'm gonna come down here and give him a big old hug because he's making it happen for everybody. Some great products, great formulas, great things at the right price that's gonna build our business. And so what I want to do is I want to talk about new products. Do you want to hear about new products? You want to hear about new products for all generations? You want to learn about how to get into those generations too. But before I get started, I'm going to need my technical advisor with me. So I'd like you to help me welcome to the stage Dr. Deedra Mason. She's awesome. Don't fall, Dee. All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
I'm great.
Great.
Perfect.
Good?
I'm perfect.
All right, perfect. All right, Deidre, first of all, you are, to me, a walking PubMed.
PubMed, I like that.
Okay. Now, I've
I've
worked
been
with you now.
called worse, Dennis.
I've been working for years with you, and tell me a little bit about how you feel about today and what we're about to do.
Well, you had mentioned the markets, Dennis, that we were working, whether it was the Gen Zs or the millennials, of course, taking care of our baby boomers. Well, what we did with Marty Weissman and our science team is we looked across the expanse of health and nutrition products, things that weren't just trending, but things that were exploding when it came to the economy of healthcare. And that's what we did, Dennis, is we looked at ingredients that overlapped with these markets and made sure that we brought all of it together. And that's how you're going to build this business.
Okay, so what I want to remind everyone to keep it simple, right? All right, we're going to look at the market. Then we're going to examine, well, no, we better start with a theme. Let's start with a theme so that you got the idea. Remember what JR says, you got to be good at telling a story.
Right.
Then we'll go to the market, and then we're going to talk about what I refer to as a value proposition so that you know the real key things that you're looking for. And then finally, we'll introduce you to the product. No, we'll introduce the product before, huh?
We're going to do market.
Well, we'll do theme first.
Well, we're going to do theme first. We're going to talk about the market. You guys need to know the benefits and really how we're going to bring this all together. And then we're going to look at that value proposition.
All right, so I want to start talking about the millennial market, the Gen X market, and I want to talk to also the fact that we are working for the baby boomers too. So let's talk about the theme. So when I think about millennials, I'm thinking energy. But you know what? All the generations want that.
Everybody's looking for it.
And then everybody wants to focus on what's going on. And of course, we want to have stamina to continue.
It's all about having that push to keep going and having the clarity, the mental clarity to keep that going.
And the vitality that we all look for on a regular basis. So what I'm saying to you, our first introduction is something we're very excited about. After experimenting with it, you are going to love this. So introducing our first new product from the Isotonics line. Can we please have the product brought to the stage for our first breakthrough that is going to kick some butt? Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Turn Up product. Okay, now. Okay. I love this. You know, now you want to know how we keep going all the time? Secret formulas. But I also want you to see that it's coming in what? Packets. It's going to be amazing for building fast. Now, let's talk a little bit about the market itself. Energy drinks and shots are about a $10 billion market. And without a doubt, the number two, and this was really amazing to me, the number two health concern was energy. Then millennials, as freaky as they are, they want to boost their workouts. And then there were the parents with the children, and then those seniors that want to stay active in the community and keep it rolling. And then finally, for all of us with a fast-paced lifestyle. So this market is ripe. And I'm going to tell you what, with this 30-serving package, I will assure you, by taking it out and getting 30 people to try it, they will be amazed at the results. And it is ongoing. You'll get increased energy, improved stamina. You'll promote cognitive health as well as mental focus. Now, without a doubt, those are some good benefits. But what do we have to do? We've got to deliver, but without the jitters, and to keep it up at a high level for as long as you want to go. So let's talk a little bit more. Let's talk about the value proposition. It contains no gluten, yeast, or artificial flavors, preservatives,
quality.
Okay? Individually packaged. This is an advantage to recruit and to also have the trial sizes. Now, Dee, I need your help on defining the synergistic formula of vitamins, minerals, and amino acids.
Well, Dennis, you mentioned everything from that mental focus. You mentioned everything from mental focus to wanting something for a pre-workout boost. Well, there aren't other products on the market that can do what we're doing with Turndown. Together with ingredients, amino acids like glycine and taurine, we're going to get your muscles and your central nervous system firing together. When it comes to things like acai and mangosteen, they have ingredients in them, a constituent in them called the xanthone that helps you burn free fatty acids. Here's the magic behind a free fatty acid. It gives you energy. It gives you mental clarity and focus because the brain loves me some free fatty acids. And that's what makes this product better, literally, than any other product on the market. Because while some might offer you caffeine boost, some might offer you a sugar boost, none of them are giving you a blend of the vitamins that build energy, the amino acids that literally make energy. None of them are giving you the synergy that we put in Turndown.
Well, you know what I like too? It's got hot ingredients that are on Oprah's list, okay?
Yeah.
So we got another one there. But for mid-morning, mid-afternoon, perfect pick-me-up. And if you're one of the Conquer artists, wonderful to take before a show. Or if you're just enjoying the night out. You take it as needed, and very good at just $79.95 or $2.50 a serving, less than your shots on the market today. And 40 BV or 70%. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a great BV value. I just want you to know that. All right? From here, I just got to say this. The taste is magnificent. I had one before coming up. I've had them this week because Marty was kind enough to give them to me. But I will say this, when you taste it, it is so enjoyable, you'll want to put an umbrella in it over ice and enjoy it all day long.
I completely agree. It is the best tasting isotonic blend I've had. Choosing these synergistic ingredients and being able to put them into these types of solutions for you, this, honestly, we knocked it out of the park, you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Assured, this is going to do great. I guarantee you, you get one box, okay, and you put it out 30 samples, you're going to get a third of the return. So if you're worried about base 10, this is a simple way to get it started. Sample marketing, okay? Now, again, look at the code number because it's in the warehouse. It's ready to go. That's code 6703. For you Nutrimetrics fans, it's 6703NNM, and it's $57 on franchise cost, $79.95, and the BV is 40. How about a new theme?
Let's do a new theme. Let's get into this, Dennis.
All right, opposite of crazy is to sleep better, relaxation, and release that mental tension that you get that stiff neck from on a regular basis. Lord have mercy. I'm going to tell you what, anybody have those days that you just can't wait till it's over? Oh, wouldn't it be nice to have a solution? Ooh. Well, should we introduce?
I think they want to see what
we've got going on. Do you want to hear the second new product? The second new product? The second new product, please. From the Daily Essentials line, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Turndown. All right. I gotta tell you, Dee, I was a little bit upset when Marty told me the names and he said, you know, Dennis, being a former football player, I wanted to keep it simple. Right. Turn up, turn down. I get it. Okay. So, thank you, Marty, for thinking about me and keeping it simple there. So let's talk a little bit about Turndown. It's a great product to think about and to use. I don't know about you, but let me tell you about this market. A third of the market have a struggle getting a good night's rest. And get this stat, in this country, 39% of the people have trouble sleeping 5 or more times per week. And they estimate this on a global scale at approximately $80 billion, of which over half right here in the United States.
You know, a point that I think is worth looking at here, Dennis, is 44 billion. What that means to you is that the sleep medicine industry or the sleep hygiene industry is catching up with the weight loss industry, right? We're seeing numbers like we see in obesity and weight loss solutions in sleep solutions today.
Absolutely, and we always felt the millennials were laid back. The younger generation is really having a hard time decreasing the stress levels because they're under more stress to perform. They want to move out of the house, okay? So let's go a little bit further here. Let's talk about where we're going with the benefits. We're going to have better relaxation.
Right, we're going to look at ways, just like we did with Turn Up, there are certain nutrients that help you build the neurotransmitters for that boost, that energy. Well, you want the same good blend of vitamins and minerals and amino acids that can help you build the neurotransmitters that help you unplug. So that's how we're going to promote relaxation and help stabilize mood. But we always want to wake up feeling refreshed. No one wants to wake up with this idea of sedation. That's what we're talking about here, Dennis, is we want people to sleep. We don't want them to feel sedated. So these amino acids are going to be helpful when it comes to cognitive health, right? Not having an overly fatigued mind, right? So that's what's exciting about how we blend these together. There is no competition for us.
And it's important to understand that the quality of sleep that you have and the fact that you can go to bed comfortably without any pharmaceutical in you that's going to knock you out. So when you wake up, you're not really sure where you're going to be.
I'm glad you brought that up because that is the way that we formulated this. When we look at what sets this apart, we focused on meeting the 3 aspects of quality sleep. Making sure people could fall asleep without staring at the ceiling. Make sure that when they went to sleep, they stayed asleep. And we wanted to make sure that when they woke up, it felt like they had a restored night's sleep. And that's how we put it together at Market America.
And once again, I just feel so confident based on how this tastes. This is a wonderful cocktail to have prior to going to bed. And once again, we have all the right makings with no gluten, wheat, soy, yeast, artificial flavorings, no preservatives, but at the same time, individually packaged. Once again, we have trial size and sample marketing. I will say this, I didn't believe you and Marty when you said this will help you because I have one of those hard times turning off.
Right.
Okay, this was awesome. Again, synergistic formula of vitamins, minerals, and amino acids. You better talk to that because they're not the same that's in Turn Up.
No, they're not the same as what we put into Turn Up. Again, we put the vitamins and minerals that help you build energy into the Turn Up. Here we wanted you to unplug, and we know that magnesium is going to be one of the ways that you're able to do that. But we want a better source of magnesium. So we're using a magnesium glycinate, right? A glycinate that has an impact on the sleep metabolism so that you don't have any trouble. Even if previously you were to tell, or a customer were to tell you that they struggled with sleep, you would have some confidence because of the formula and what we did. Not just mixing L-tryptophan with that magnesium, but making sure that we also have better forms of calcium to help unplug the body, but feel rested when you wake up.
One of the things I really liked about this with the magnesium was when I had head pressure, just like something that wasn't feeling right, this really helped relieve it. Now, can we take it as needed, like daily?
Right, that is one of the fun things about the new Turn Up and Turn Down product, is that they are a yin and yang to one another. They are taken as needed. When you need that, as you mentioned, that 2 o'clock or that 3 o'clock slump in the day for the Turn Up, that's when you're going to take but it's when you need that. Well, the same can happen here. Whether you are struggling with getting a good night's sleep because of the mental tensions or the physical tensions that you referred to, Dennis, or you're simply just talking about a schedule that's a little bit more erratic, you're going to be able to take this and not need a build-up to be able to have it be effective. You can feel comfortable sampling this, as Dennis has mentioned, because people are going to get results.
Nice. So again, unfranchised cost is $50, and it sells for $69.95, a 40% return on cost of goods. Marty did a great job in making sure we're at the 40 end of this. And then 35 BV. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the sweet spot for selling products 30 to 40 BV, 10 customers, you're rocking between 350 and 400 plus with just one product. So this is something that you can really enjoy having. So I just want everybody to see that this is also in the warehouse. So you can purchase it this weekend, and if you live near here, you can pick it up on Monday or Tuesday. Code number 6702. If you're with Nutrimetrics, 6702NM. On franchise cost $50, suggested retail $69.95 with 35 BV. How about a new theme? Yeah. Woo, Lord. How about this one? Women are constantly on the go. Women, do you agree? More so in men, huh? Right. Well, we've got all kinds of concerns. We talk about being on the go. We worry about having our immune system taken care of. We need strong bones, right? Yeah. We want to keep our smile bright and healthy joints. We want to be vibrant, don't we? And we want, of course, living in a household of girls, healthy hair, skin, and nails.
It all counts.
And they want to stay sharp. So, can we have the third new product coming up? Woo! From our Daily Essentials line of isotonics, welcome to the family, the Women's Health Formula. Woo! All right. Okay. Now, guys, I want you to know, don't take the pink formula. It will make your hormones a little crazy, all right? That's right, okay. All right, great product, something that you will really enjoy on a regular basis. Think about, there's a lot of women in the world, over 50%. And when you start thinking about it, we've got to think about their needs. And if you think about, Dee, that over 25 million women who are working have children under 18. Right. So the market is big. Right. And you know women are looking for what? A solution. This is a long-term solution to keep them moving and keep them fat.
Right. I mean, when you look at those numbers, the number of women, I want you to also appreciate the number of those women that are consumers, that are looking for something to support their bones, looking for something to support their immune system, that are trying to find a way to keep moving at this very fast pace, keeping it together both mentally, physically, and still feeling like they're taking a product that's not just going to give them the energy that they're looking for, but is going to protect them in the future as well. And that's what we did with the formula. This is one of the formulas that I got the most excited about, because I asked myself the question when we looked into formulating it, what is that common thread? What is that thing that women need that ties all of this together? Her bones, her brains, her sexual function, her energy throughout the day, and her mental clarity. And it's doing things that support her hormones. What we can do to balance a female mentally and physically will give her youth in the future, will give her energy in the future. And so we put ingredients together for her that will do just that. Women's balance.
Thank you. I mean, when you really talk about supporting healthy levels of progesterone, sort of just like going all, helping everything out, that's a beautiful thing.
It's the common thread. It's the look good hormone, it's the sleep good hormone, it's the whittle my waist hormone.
Okay, so when you start thinking about that cognitive health, a stronger immune system, healthy bones and teeth, skin, hair, and nails, cardiovascular health, it's something that could be a one-stop potentially.
Right.
It's a
I mean, I can't tell you how excited. The truth is, I should confess this, true confession, you guys. As we were developing the products, I had this same kind of pride that you guys have with your kids. I have all of these beautiful children now. I just don't know which one of them I love more.
Great. So let's talk about the value proposition. Once again, no gluten, no wheat, soy, yeast, artificial coloring, flavoring, no preservatives, individually packed. Once again, people will enjoy tasting the formula. They'll see how nice it goes down. It's, of course, isotonics with isotonicity. And once again, the right combination of vitamins and minerals that go with this.
Right. Now, this is a product that women are going to take every day. It's not like the other two products where they're going to take it as needed when they need that boost or want to simply unplug. She's going to, on a daily basis, support herself with the right vitamins and minerals and nutrients that are going to support the fact that she needs to go every day.
Now, I also want you to remember that we have a 40% margin from cost of goods. Anybody that says they can't afford this, all they have to do is have 3 friends that can, and they can have theirs free and enough money to buy something from Motives. So that's a great way to go too. Only $2.67 a serving. We're very proud to welcome the Daily Essentials Women's Health product. It is in the warehouse and ready to go, and so you can check it out. Once again, the flavor technology has been amazing on these. I've got to really compliment it. Code number 6701 and code 6701NM for Nutrimetrics. Okay. I guess let's have another one. Should we do another one? Okay.
I mean, this is really exciting what we're doing here, you guys. Being able to offer you these packets to share, the convenience of utilizing these products, the spectrum of solutions that we now can offer through this pack system.
Oh, and I do want to say one thing. Marty and his team have already started working on taking this to all the markets. I will say this right now. We have approximately 27 isotonics products. We have over 110 isotonic formulas to comply with all the international markets that we deal in. So it's not just as easy as putting it on transportation and moving it. We have to make it right, creditable for each and every one of you. But you'll love this, and the packaging is just gorgeous. So let's go to the next theme. The baby boomers and beyond. We love that, but we're not going to forget about the Gen Xers because they're touching on this. Healthy aging, Dee. We want to be healthy in our aging. And really, when we want to define aging, we want to maximize the quality of life, the time we're living, and we want to minimize the disabled time that we live. Now, the one time that I say to this is that if we take care of ourselves with the right solutions, we can have something very special.
Right. This is really where ingredients can come into that role of supporting the body so that at a later date you don't say, "What was that? Ow," right? The idea here is to start early enough to maintain your higher levels of energy, mental focus, stamina, right? Well, you need the right ingredients on board to do that. Why don't we share with them exactly what we put together?
Come on up. Let's go with the 4th new product. Introducing from the Daily Essentials line, welcome to the line, our new anti-aging formula. Once again, individually packaged for easy trial-sized marketing. And the thing that I love about this, Dee, it's like so complete. You know, when I was looking at this, I'm just saying, throw in an Amigo. Yeah, throw an Amigo in there and you're on your way. All right, so let's talk about this. All right, the market, the baby boomers, and the Gen Xers. And listen, I was hesitant about the Gen Xers, but go ahead, tell the truth. Gen Xers, listen carefully.
So when we look at this, he was concerned that the Gen Xers weren't really going to see some of the benefit from a product that we referred to as an anti-aging product. And I said there's a role for stepping in and putting the brakes on aging. And that's why I talk about putting together things as iron, coenzyme Q10, vitamin D that are going to help the Gen Xers maintain their sense of vitality today. The other thing that I had mentioned when it comes to this, and you mentioned it just now, is saying that we're looking at a complete formula. Listen, at the end of the day, if you've got someone that says, I don't see myself spending a lot of money on supplements. Why? Because they have a good level of energy. They're not yet complaining about loss of mental focus or clarity, right? So they say, listen, Dennis, you've got to give me one swing at this. You've got to give me one try at health and nutrition products. That means you're going to have to offer the most complete solution that we offer. You've got one swing. I've got a limited amount of healthcare dollars I'm going to spend. You're going to spend it on the anti-aging product.
Now, let me just say this to you, Dee. I'm not trying to turn my back to you, but I want to face these beautiful people right here. The one thing that you want to remember, that these 4 products are isotonic capable. You know, we haven't been touting the isotonicity to these products, and as you grow older, you don't take it in as well as you used to. Huge advantage, all right? Just remember that. I want you to think very carefully about that, and I think if anybody in this category is wellness-oriented, they're going to want to try this. They're going to want to know about it.
Right.
Okay. So some of the benefits, why don't you take us through this?
Well, when we looked at doing this, much like the other isotonics that we just went through, where we chose select ingredients that had special performance qualities. Whether those special performance qualities were mental clarity, stamina, more energy, right? Whether it was mental performance or physical performance. Well, we decided in the anti-aging product to make something so comprehensive that we could hit each one of these targets. Like I said, if you had one swing at a health and nutrition product, you would want one that supported cognitive health. You would want one that supported healthy levels of energy and stamina. You would want to make sure that you were doing things to support healthy blood sugars, especially as we age. You'd want something that was comprehensive enough to know that it was protecting your heart, your immune system, and your overall well-being.
These are dynamite products, and I'll tell you, going into the value proposition, consistent with the new products, once again, no gluten, wheat, soy, yeast, or artificial flavors, or preservatives. Okay, so again, individually packaged. I will say this, for approximately $200, if somebody as an unfranchised owner invested in these 4 new products and utilized 100% of sampling, it would be amazing. If you couldn't get 10 new customers, I would be shocked. And I'm going to tell you something, knowing the sales side of this. I'm going to say right now, the average person is serving about 5 clients. Mr. Weissman.
I just wanted to add something. I mean, you guys are absolutely great, Dennis. I just want to add one thing here about the value proposition of these, because these are all custom formulas. All right? So if you were to take something like our anti-aging formula, and you took a look at the supplement facts, you would probably have to spend close to $200 if you were to buy all of the isotonic capable products that are in this. All right? The same thing can be said. In fact, the woman's formula is even more. The woman's formula comes to well over $200. Here.
Hey, is he saying this is the anti-aging market over here? Well, Marty, give some energy out to some folks. They may need it.
I'm going to taste this one here.
Okay.
Yeah,
give some energy out. Throw some energy out. Let me put some of you to sleep tonight. Huh? Okay. There we go. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. There you go.
Dennis, Deidre, I didn't really mean to interrupt because you guys are really super, but the value proposition on this is absolutely spectacular. It really is.
You are. The custom formulas, and that's why we're a team.
That's
because
right.
When one slips, one helps them up and takes them across the line.
That's exactly right. When we played football together, Dennis, when I was the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles and you were the center, we were a great team.
And you had the best hands in the league, buddy. Woo!
Whoa!
Thank you.
All right, so are you happy with the 4 new Daily Essentials isotonics? Do you believe you can get new customers with that? Wonderful, you can do this. Would you like something else? Oh, wow. Okay, more? Okay, so there's the code number. Catch it out. It's right up there. It's code number 6700. And they are available and in the warehouse. So here's the new theme. Next product theme. Plant-based diets need plant-based protein. Oh, no! Don't take my meat away from me, please. All right. Now, when we start thinking about this, there's a thought of things that come to mind, Dee. You know, what's going on here?
Well, what we're finding in the health and nutrition industry is a greater sense of awareness about how to truly balance a diet. And that is possible with a plant-based diet to get all of the proteins that you need, to find good fats. We're really finding in the health and nutrition market that more and more people are asking for sustainable products, that they're asking for eco-friendly products. And plant-based proteins, I have to tell you, in this industry, especially in the age management industry, they have given a sincere nod to plant-based diets. And we know we needed to come to you with this.
Right, and really, do you want to see this new product? It's pretty good. It's the bomb. Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce the 5th new product for the TLS weight management line. Our new plant-based protein. Whoa! Woo! Yeah, it's really good. It's in a bag too. It's very easy to travel with. Tastes great. Oh my goodness gracious. Excited about this. So, let's get into this, all right? Let's talk a little bit about the market, all right? All right, so first, 36% of Americans today have actually already started to buy some type of plant-based protein, all right? So the market's starting to go, and according to a lot of the institutions, it's the way to go in the future for healthy aging. The trend is being, get this, healthy aging, but the trend is being driven by the millennials.
Right. That's a sustainability measure, you guys. Our millennial market wants to know that what they're doing is good for the future. Mm-hmm. So we came to them with a very high quality product that meets that need.
Well, you see, in the years to come, it's going to be a major part of the proteins that are be taken on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the benefits. Yeah. Great snack, occasional meal replacement, awesome. 11 grams of protein.
It's worth talking about this protein because when you look at a pea and rice protein, that means you're getting a complete protein. The other thing you want to know about pea protein is that it is dense in what are referred to as branched chain amino acids. Branched chain amino acids do the heavy lifting when it comes to muscle growth and muscle retention. When we look at what we wanted in a plant-based protein, especially one branded for the TLS market, we knew that we didn't just need to be an alternative to a whey protein, it needed to help maintain and support healthy metabolism. And that's why we chose specifically the amino acid profile found in pea protein. So you could continue to lift up heavy things and put them back down again.
Again, with the benefits we talk about, even after a great workout, this is a great way to help replenish and repair and build to muscle. And it is a great form to support weight management. So let's talk about the value proposition. So folks, when you're selling the protein products or the nutrition shakes, now you can finally offer an alternative to whey protein. Mm-hmm. You now have the plant-based protein. We also have the Fiber Sol 2, which is a fabulous ingredient in this product.
So 4.5 grams of Fiber Sol 2, this functional starch that helps support that, again, those healthy blood sugar levels, the weight management solutions that you're already very familiar with TLS, you have all of the benefits here in this shake as well. Other benefits that I want you guys to pay attention to, whether it's your TLS market, it's your baby boomer market, or it's the millennial market that we want to focus on as well. This is a soy-free and a dairy-free plant shake.
It's a beautiful thing. All right, you're liking that. Once again, very affordable. It sells for $35.95. Your unfranchised cost $25.95. And get this, Marty was able to buy at the right price, and we can give 12 BV per purchase of the protein. Again, we're dealing with not 30 servings, but 14 servings like in the nutrition shake.
So it's going to follow your program just like we're used to.
Absolutely. So we now have this available and ready to go at code 6600, okay? And so it's 6600 for the Nutrimetrics line. Once again, it's a beautiful product for a great market to attract not only the TLS, but to the millennial markets that are training hard. Probably a wonderful complement to the turn-up for the millennial market when you take a look at that.
I can see a pre-workout and then a post-workout going on there, you bet.
Right, now, you want to see another product? Yeah, another product? Okay, well, let's talk about the theme. So we're in TLS right now, so let's improve fat burning. Anybody want to burn more fat? Yeah? Okay. Now, also, there's a lot of people that want to lower their body fat percentage. Perfect for that. And of course, perfect for weight loss and wellness. And it's a pretty exciting product, I gotta tell you.
They're all exciting. What am I talking about?
Yeah. Now this one's coming soon. The formulation's done. We're just waiting for it to arrive. We can't deliver it immediately, but it will be here in your very near future. But can we see what this product is? Introducing our next blockbuster, TLS Trim Team. Oh, yes. Woo! Now, I gotta tell you, it's pretty cool, okay?
Yes, it is.
We have any tea drinkers in here? All right. All right, let's learn about this new product called Trim Tea, all right? It's $25 for 30 servings, retails for $35.95 with 12 BV. All right, so let's talk about the market. We got weight management, people that need help for healthy levels of blood sugar. Of course, the tea drinkers, and I have to say this, I'm a coffee guy, but this is really good tea.
Right, in fact, this tea is good both hot and cold.
Right, and so I like it because it's great for the bodybuilding market, for the new trends that are moving in women's and men's fitness and cutting the body up. They're always looking to cut fat. This product has 2 great studies on it that we'll be talking about later tonight and mentioned today. But the market is there and it's very large.
You had mentioned that there were 2 studies. There's an ingredient in this product called Well-Trim IG, and there's some great studies on the product that focus on hormones like leptin, hormones like ghrelin, hormones like something that you maybe have never heard of called adiponectin. Each one of these are a factor or a target and sometimes an obstacle in losing weight or maintaining a healthy body mass index. So what we did is look at these studies and make sure that we're using not just the trademarked ingredient, but in a sufficient amount to be able to give you these types of benefits, promoting satiety so that you don't find yourself overeating or looking at the refrigerator and wondering what it is you may, now what else do I want to eat, right? The way it's able to do this is by targeting different points of the reasons why we gain weight, why we may find ourselves eating foods or having food cravings. It supports metabolic balance. It takes these key hormones and allows them to work in synergy with each other, promoting a healthy metabolism while also promoting a healthy cardiovascular system. The end results after 10 weeks were 24 pounds of weight loss. That's huge.
Yeah, match that with a TLS menu plan and a bottle of Core, and you might disappear.
Right. Well, do it right, and you're going to reach your goals.
All right, so Adipodectin?
Adiponectin. There's
Adiponectin.
a couple extra N's in there.
Everybody say that. Adiponectin. Adiponectin. It's going to go with oligomeric proanthocyanidins. All right, so
Adiponectin.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay.
We'll just call it a Dippo.
All right, a demo. All right. All right, so value proposition, individually packaged. Oh, goodness, so somebody now can taste it before they try it. One more thing that we can do what? At our product previews, a tea tasting. Wonderful when they see the benefits. Black tea advantage. Can you talk to that?
Well, some of the benefits that you get from black tea is a natural boost of energy. This is a product that's going to have a marginal amount of caffeine in it. Somewhere around 20 to 33 grams is a pure black tea. But black tea also, besides a metabolic boost, has cardiovascular benefits. And that's where some of these cardiovascular solutions come from. When mixed with the weight loss ingredient called Well-Trim IG, we can show a clinically tested, clinically supported weight loss after 10 weeks. But while you're meeting your food plans, as you referred to, Dennis, you're going to maintain that energy. You're not going to feel like you're going to feel sated or full. Right? So people are going to see a benefit in reduction of some of those concerns we have with overeating and with cravings, but also keeping their energy up.
Okay, I'm going to go back to increased adiponectin.
Right.
Okay.
You know what? Let's tell you exactly what adiponectin does in the body. Adiponectin is a fat-burning hormone. It specifically takes things like glucose or fatty acids that you otherwise would store in your savings accounts, right? And it helps you push them through what's called beta oxidation. Let's just call it fat oxidation. And that's another way that it boosts energy in the weight loss user.
Now, this is one area that I'm going to go hard after in the club world, the training world, because this truly attacks the fat. Now, let's break it down and use for energy. Love this product. Again, 30 servings, suggested retail, $39.95. Each cup of tea, 1 per day, is all you need before your largest meal. Okay, and it's only $1.34 retail per serving. 40% return on cost of goods, excellent. And we've got BV of 20, which is 70%, hits into the sweet part. So I believe this is an impact product on a large scale. So I hope you love that. Do you love this product? Yes, absolutely. We're going to make some changes with this. There's your trim tea. It's coming soon, probably sooner than you can imagine. Just stay reading your news and announcements and be the first to get about 400 boxes. All right. So now, should we have one more product?
I think they can take it. I think you guys can take it.
Should it be an impact product?
It should be a full impact product, Dennis.
Should we really go back and remember when JR started that Mall Without Walls, and his philosophy was very simple. He said, Dennis, he says, we're going to follow markets, we're going to see what's trending, we're going to see what's hot, and then we're going to come in and we're going to do it better and we're going to take the market.
Clean house.
All right, well, before I tell you what it is, I'm going to bring up one more person because this is a triple team product, all right? Now, please help me welcome to the stage somebody very special, our Director of Sales and Training, Brandi Murphy. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How could I not be doing great after a day like today,
You got some good products here.
We have some excellent products.
You think you get
here.
some health professionals moving?
Absolutely.
You think you get your NCs, Nutrimetrics Consultant, moving?
Absolutely.
I don't know. Can you catch up with all the UFOs that are going to take this on? I don't know.
I think so. I think when they find out what this is, they're going to go crazy.
All right. Well, wonderful. Well, why don't you take it from here and let's start with a theme. You've got a clicker.
Talking about the theme, right? This is a little bit different. It's not a health and nutrition product. This is a product that is going to help you, or product line actually, is going to help you turn your house, turn your office, turn your car, turn whatever environment it is that you are in into your own personal Royal Spa. So this is part of the Royal Spa line, and I'm super excited about it because I've personally been using it in my house for the past 2 months, thanks to Marty for making sure I got some of the vendor samples. Let's talk about what it is. How many of you would get excited about an essential oils line?
Bring it on up!
Let me hear it.
Oh, well. Okay.
Look at
Welcome.
how beautiful.
To our new family alliance for Royal Spa, the Daily Essential Oils. Yes. Woo!
And how gorgeous is that packaging? Let's just take a look at how beautiful the packaging is. The team did such a phenomenal job. So what you see in front of you is a kit that has 5 incredible essential oils in there. So as we go through, let's talk about the market. This is a huge market that is growing incredibly fast. In fact, the projected sales by 2020 are $11.2 billion a year. The growth rate every year is about 9%, 8.8% year over year. And this market has tripled just in the past 3 years. And most of the users are brand new. Many people just started using the oils within the last year or two. And what's fascinating about that is it's not a new product, right? It's not a new product for us, but essential oils have been used for centuries, going back about 6,000 years. And so North America and Europe are currently the largest markets, so we're able to tap right into this hot market. So who's a good fit for essential oils? Well, people that are interested in wellness. And let me ask you a question. Who in the house is interested in wellness? Right? Who do you know that is wellness-minded? This is the perfect product line to complement our amazing health and nutrition line. Because many of our customers, many of our unfranchised owners, many of our health professionals, many of our NCs, they're already looking for natural alternatives. They don't want to use a lot of pharmaceuticals. They don't want to use synthetics. They don't want to do things like burn burn candles in their house that have synthetic chemicals in them. So this is a great way to take that home environment and support what we're doing internally with health and nutrition products with products that we can use topically or diffuse. How about, do you know anybody that is stressed? Right? Does anybody know anybody that's stressed, or any of your customers stressed? Any of you feel stressed at times? For people that are feeling stressed, essential oils can be of benefit. How about anybody that is very into a mindful practice? Maybe people that are practicing yoga, maybe people that go to a spa, many people that go and get massage therapy regularly. They add essential oils onto these treatments. In fact, many times when you go for a massage, you have the option of adding on essential oils as an additional enhancement to that spa treatment. So here let's take a look at the benefits. This kit has 5 essential oils in it, and each one of the essential oils has been carefully blended with a unique blend of oils that can help create the atmosphere you need. Whether you need comfort and relaxation, whether you're feeling tense, whether you're feeling like you need improved sleep. And I think we've heard about some other products that could tie on with helping sleep, helping with focus, helping with relaxation. So these are a perfect product line to marry together.
I will say this, if we can't get you to sleep between Turndown, essential oils, and a few dreams, I gotta tell you, we need to operate.
And like I said, I've been using the products in my house. They all smell fantastic. People that have been coming over are already asking the question, what is that? Right? So it's the perfect thing that you can use. Why not diffuse them during UBPs, home business meetings? And it's a perfect way to get people to ask that ever important question, what's that? Right? So let's talk a little bit more about the value proposition. We talked about the fact that these are very high quality essential oils. And I want to talk about that for a second because there are a lot of things in the market that try to pass themselves off as quality essential oils. Many of them have been cut with solvents. Many of them have synthetic aromas in them. And so you don't just want to fall for any of the cheap competitors out there. You can't be guaranteed that they are pure essential oils. These are of the highest quality. It goes through very rigorous quality control testing and allows us to tap into this existing hot market. In fact, if we look at the top 15 essential oils that are sold anywhere, we have 11 of them in our 5 blends. So we really have captured the perfect blend. Now, Dr. Mason, if you could just speak a little bit about aromatherapy and how it's been promoted as a health tool.
Well, each one of you can probably agree that you've had that moment where you stop and you smell something and you're somewhere else, right? You're in grandma's kitchen, right? You're in a field, you're at a playground, you have a memory because of a scent. Well, it's because of the way the emotional limbic system works in our brain that you can be transported like that just simply by smelling something. Having that kind of memory, you can find yourself in a place of tranquility simply because you've smelled it. Aromatherapy or these scents have the ability to impact the limbic system, an emotional nervous system, if you will, and bring us into a sense of tranquility, spirituality, that pulling back or unplugging.
I'm so excited that I'm going to be able to feed my shopping annuity. Are you kidding me?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I saw that, Jackie. All right. Go ahead.
Do you want to speak to the value?
Well, you know, the value, again, I think they're very well priced based on what I've experienced in paying for these. $70 on franchise cost, $99.95. You're getting 5 different blends and BV of 50% or 50 or 71%. It's a 42% return on cost of goods. So once again, it's a wonderful product. The other thing I want you to know, it's perfect for a new unfranchised owner for auto ship. It meets the 50 BV requirement. So it's an easy way to put them into auto ship so that they can be in the business long enough to understand why we do auto ship.
That's perfect.
That's powerful, powerful. So how is aromatherapy administered? You can use aromatherapy, you can use essential oils in a variety of ways. One of the most common ways that it's used is through inhalation. So let's talk about the different ways that people do that. They can use a diffuser. So what is a diffuser? Well, there's all different types of diffusers. There's diffusers that look like a little teapot almost, and you put water in and they vibrate and it sends the essential oils up into the air. They don't even need to be plugged in, some of them. Some of them, they plug in. You can get essential oils for your car that plug into the cigarette lighter or the outlet in your car. You can get them that are jewelry that you can wear as a bracelet or you can wear as a necklace, and you put a drop of the essential oils on there and it diffuses naturally as the oils evaporate, and you can get the benefits of the essential oils by wearing them. There's another way of doing it called direct inhalation, which is where you would maybe fill up a tub or a basin with warm water and float the oils on top, make a little steam tent over them so that you can inhale the oils that way. Or you can use them topically. Now, typically we would recommend that you use a carrier oil in them, something like coconut oil. So you put a little bit of coconut oil in your hand, a drop or two of essential oils, and then you can massage it into the skin. So we have oils that are perfect for helping promote relaxation, helping promote tension, the reduction in tension. Why not work on giving your partner a nice loving massage where you can help them relax, right? Just like the add-on at the massage therapy clinic, you can do that yourself in your own home. There's also the direct application that you can use, which would either be through just applying it directly to maybe your wrists, behind your ears, pressure spots.
I do want to say one thing. Listen very carefully. With these 5 essential oil blends, we are not recommending that you take them internally. All right? We are not recommending that you take them internally. All right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Now, we do also offer an applicator kit. So if you do want to use them topically, you could get some coconut oil, put it in the little applicator kit, carry it with you in a roller ball. So when you're feeling tense moments, you can just roll it right on the back of your neck, roll it on your tight shoulders, help to loosen things up a little bit. And these are a great value. They come with pre-printed stickers with the product names on the top. So you can make one that's of Elevate, or you can make one of Calm, you can make one of Refresh. Or if you want to mix 2 or 3 of them together and put them in the roller ball, you can write your own name on there of what's in there as well. And that kit comes with 5 individual bottles with the caps and the stickers for $5.
These make wonderful gifts.
They do.
Absolutely.
Really do.
Wonderful.
And talking about diffusers, I mentioned all the different types that are there. Shop.com has a huge assortment of diffusers available on your portal. All you need to do is go ahead and do a search for essential oil diffusers. I actually have 2 of the one on the right in my home. I have one in my guest bedroom. I have one in my master bedroom. And we diffuse oils in our house all of the time. This one has a nice little night light at the bottom, so you can use it as a night light when it's diffusing. But you can find whichever one is going to best meet your decor needs or your style needs.
Thank you very much. Awesome. So there you have it. Now, these are coming soon. Marty has shared that they will be coming soon to the warehouse this coming week, this next week. So watch your news and announcements for the release of the codes, and be sure to get your new Essential Oils by Royal Spa. Thank you, Brandi, very much. Thank you, Deidra.
Thank you.
Very much. Okay, so how can we end this session without taking action? Another 30 seconds will do it. Order your new products. You probably took down the codes. Get on the new Daily Essentials Isotonic. Start your sampling campaign now. Get some new customers. Remember, that's a great way to recruit. 50% of our unfranchised owners have come from satisfied product users. Experience the product yourself. Know the taste of each of the products that we have so that you know that they're pleasant tasting, that they work. The Turndown is amazing. The Turn Up is amazing. Women's Health will keep you going, and we know we all want to become vintage better. Okay, so then we want to tell our friends and family, tell everybody, trial market sampling, grow your retail customer base, attract new business partners. Ladies and gentlemen, join us tonight for a more official breakout of the new products. It'll be from 8 to 9:30 at the Host Hotel, the Imperial Ballroom. Stay tuned for the recognition. See you later.